everyone, Linda here. It's January 1st. Happy New Year. I'm working on my new Fauxbonichi art journal, whatever. I started the other day with this piece of leather, and these are the pieces that I have left. I bought it at a leather shop up in Boulder Junction, and I paid $15 for it, I think, which is kind of a lot, because the last piece of leather I bought I paid $2 for. But I really love the leather shop, and I wanted to buy something from the lady, so I did. Then I put beads on the edge. I just took all kinds of beads that I had, like these beads. These two I got in Montana. Then I have some with L's on it for Linda and Lopatka. And I finally was able to get some of Josie's paper beads on there, and I think this is another bead she sent me from Italy. So thank you, Josie. And Josie's Josie Gatto on YouTube. She has a lot of wonderful videos. Here's another paper bead that she made me. And then just some other beads that I used. And I did it the same way, so you can go back to my other video if you want. I took the first signature and the last signature have 7 pages, and the rest of them have 6. And I just punched holes with my large crocodile and sewed them in with some waxed thread. Some of them are connected to the other ones here, and did that a couple of nights ago when I was watching the Hallmark channel. And then I just punched 2 little holes here, because this time I want to sew this piece of string on here, and well, I don't know what it's like, a woven string. It seems pretty tight, and I want to use a button so that I can come around and wrap around. So I'm going to do that now. I just have a piece of twine on here because it seems pretty heavy. So I'm going to go through the front because I want to tie it in the front, but I have a lot, kind of a lot of sewing to do. So I'm going to go in this hole and through this hole. I hope I'm in view here. Now, in order for it to wrap around, I'm going to have to not do that. I think I've caught a string here. I did. There we go. So, in order for it to have some space between it, I'm going to have to do some winding around inside there. I'll show you what I mean in a minute. I want to go through a couple of times before I do that. I keep stabbing the strings in the stuff that I'm using. See, I don't want it too tight but I don't want it too loose either, so that I can wrap it around. I think I'm going to put a little knot there right now, just one, and then I'm going to go back through, but I'm only going to go through the button right now. Well, no, I better do a couple more. This time I'm just going to go through the hole. I'm not going to go through the ribbon. Because it's really, the ribbon's really has a lot of threads in it. And when I pierce those, it kind of gathers them. My holes are kind of big. Right, so now this time I'm going to go through here. I lost my needle. But I'm going to wrap around, kind of like you do a button, you know, like a coat button. You wrap around like this so that the button has a space for the button, for the cloth and the buttonhole, especially if you have like a wool coat. And then I want to come back up through there. Another good thing to use would have been like a grommet that I'm having trouble threading my needle, that had a shank on it, but I don't think I have any, so I might. But if I find one, that'll be the next one. These journals that I do with 5 signatures, see now I'm going to try to go through some of these just so it holds it tight. And then I'm going to tie it again up here. I think I'm going to put a little glue on this ribbon. So then I'm just going to tie it. This is such a light color, I may end up staining it too. So then this will just go, I've got to cut this off. And I'll probably put a little bit of glue there and a little bit of glue like right here for this ribbon to stay. But then this can go like this. This will wrap around here like this. Get everything out of the way. And then it'll just go around the button like this to hold it shut. And then I have a lot of room here for, you know, if I want to, for it to expand. So that's the way my new Fauxbonichi Journal is going to look. I'm going to see if I have some metal corners. This was some tissue paper that I took, and you know, when you separate napkins, you have the white pieces, and I just glued it on this tissue paper and then sprayed it. So I think I'm going to use that on here too. I'll tear some of these sides. I think I will put a little ink around the edges of that too. Let's see. And then this says Mod Podge, but it's not. It's might have a little Mod Podge in it, but what I've been doing is every time I get to the bottom of a bottle of glue, I put water in it. Like this one I had got to the bottom and I put water in it and just several different kinds of glue and cleared them out by putting them in this jar. So hopefully that'll stick good enough. And then I'm going to take and do the same thing. I'm going to put this all over it. That'll make putting the other pieces, the silhouette cuts on here, easier. And seal it in good. I think that's so pretty. I'm going to have to go around these letters to make them pop. It's a silver paper, but it looks more gray than silver, doesn't it? So I'm hoping you all have a wonderful New Year's full of arts and adventures. I don't know what my New Year is going to be like. I I went to bed last night at 9 o'clock. I was just really tired. I went to visit my granddaughter yesterday, and she just is so sweet. I just enjoy my time with her and her mom. So they make my day. They are about half hour, 45 minutes away, and we walked to the downtown, it's Mount Horeb, Wisconsin, and it's just a beautiful little artsy town. I just love it. Near Madison, but not Madison. They have trolls all over the place, so it's very Norwegian, I think. I think it's Norwegian. Okay, so gonna have to let that dry and then come back and maybe, I don't know, drip some paint or do something to the page. Okay, so what I decided to do was use my stickles. It's still drying, it's still wet, but I think it goes on pretty good. So I've used a couple of different kinds. I used this silver, and this was Studio G. I did the number with that. The January I did with this ice stickles, and then the filigree here I'm doing with this eucalyptus. It's very pretty. So that is my the beginning of my 2016 Fauxbonichi art journal for January. All right. Thanks for watching, everybody. Have a great day. Bye-bye.